Welcome to the social science class, children. And today we are going to talk about a very interesting chapter. Yes, this chapter is very interesting. Children, have you ever thought that how you get the toys? Definitely you get the toys in your birthdays. But when you get this gift on the birthday, you feel happy now? Of course you feel happy when you get the toys on your birthday or any other gift. But did you ever thought that how did you get this gift or how this is made or from where it is made? So let's talk about how these things are made. So for that we have to talk about Earth Industries. And definitely this is the name of a lesson. So let's us know what these things are. There are two things around us. Number one, natural things. Number two, man-made things. When we say natural things, it means the things which we get from the natural resource. What are natural resources? Like your river, water, oceans, forest, sunlight. These all are natural resources. So when we get these natural things from the natural resources, like the forest. So when we are talking about the forest, what do you see in the forest? Or whenever we talk about the forest, what forest consists of? Forest consists of animals. Forest consists of plant, trees. Forest has the natural herbs. So when we are taking one, that is a wood, when we talk about the wood, the forest which we get from the forest is a natural thing. But when this wood is converted into a logs of wood, and from the logs of wood it is through the process, so that is this wood now converted into a chair or a table, then it is called a man-made things. These are called as man-made things. Or a best example, you all are having your social science book with you. Yes, you are having this book with you. Come on, tell me. Hello. You all are having this book? Yes. So when you are having this book, did you ever thought from where did you get this book? Or through which process this book has gone? That it is in front of us. This book has gone through many number of processes. Like we get the book, from where do we get the paper? We get the paper from the plant. And from the plant, it reaches to the factory. And when it reaches to the factory, this trees, first of all the trees cut. People who cut the trees, lumbering is being done. That is the profession lumbering. From the lumbering, it goes to the machines where it is converted through number of process. It is converted into a paper. And when the paper, some writers are there who write this book. Yes, they write the books. They send the books to the editor. Yes, or the one who is, what they are doing? They are making the book, or we call them as a publishers. So we go to the publishers. When the writers send their material to the publishers, these publishers do the editing and all that. Then the role of the computer is also there. See how many people are involved in making just one page. One page, single page of a book. Though your book may be of 120 pages, 150 pages. But to make this one single page, this number of process is there. So this number of process which is there, we call it as a manufacturing. Or we can say the process by which we transform the natural things into more useful products is called manufacturing. So this total process, the finally which the book comes to the market, this books comes to the market, it has gone through number of process, total manufacturing process. So when this manufacturing of this book is being done, it has a long process through which it passes. So that is called as manufacturing. So how this manufacturing can be? Manufacturing can be manual. The one who is writing is doing manually, but one who is working on the computer to make this book is working on a machine. What is computer? Computer is a machine. And then this odd number of people are involved, number of labor is there. So it can be, manufacturing can be in two ways, manual, labor or machines. Now what actually is required? Actually the things which are required for any industry or any factory, that is your raw material. When we need a raw material, what is raw material? Like a plant is a raw material, wood is a raw material. When you eat this Lay's packet, potato is a raw material. Or when you love to have the tomato ketchup along with it, what is that? Tomato is a raw material. It goes under different process. So what two things are required? One is the raw material. When it starts from the raw material. When the process is there, it is produced. What finally it is produced? Your products. Like your pencil, it is made up of graphite. And from the graphite, it is converted, goes into different process, and finally the pencil is there in your hand. So this is the total process of any single product, whatever we are having. Like a marker I am having in my hand, it has to pass through different process. A bangle, an earring, your mouse, your computer. When one computer is there, it has the several different parts. It is made through the different parts are there, and then it is combined or clubbed. And then finally the computer is there in your hand. So now next we will talk about the factors essential for the setting up an industry. When we talk about the factors, so first factor is your raw materials. Raw materials means what kind of raw materials are required for the, or whether the raw material is available or not. Okay, so that means the availability of the raw material should be there. And at what price we are getting the raw material. That means the cheapness of the raw material should be there. That means it should be cheap at cost. Means at very less cost. Okay. Then comes your machines. We should see that the availability of the machines should be there, because without the machines, the manufacturing process cannot be done. That means that machines are required for the manufacturing process. Then comes your electricity. If electricity, suppose I want to establish a factory somewhere near the Rania area of Kanpur. But if I found that where I am trying to have my factory or that industry establishing, the electricity is not there, then how much we are dependent on the generator? So for that, availability of the electricity should be there. And secondly, the power should be regular, at least 10 hours or 12-15 hours. If the electricity is not there, we know that we are not able to get the products. Then comes your number 4, labor. Labor are the persons who help us to make those products. Okay, so what we have to do to make the products? What is required? The labor should be very cheap. Suppose for making any product, what do we require? We require the less cost labor. Easily the labor can be provided. So that when the labor is provided, the things can be made easily at low cost. And very important thing number 5, that is finance. To establish any industry, we need a finance. These days you people have listened that from the government of India also, from the Prime Minister quota also, we have the what do we have? We have the loans facility. So when we have this loan facility, it means the more of the factories or the industries can be easily established. The government is saying, please come and join and establish the industries. So for that, and basically people are trying to establish the industries near the big cities, so that the more loan facilities can be there, more educated people also can reach there. So this way the loan can be easily taken away from the government, because more banks are there which are providing the loans. Then finally comes the transport. Transport, if the transport is not there, okay, if we don't have the proper roads, highways are not proper, so definitely the goods will not move from one place to another. Like we have the most of the cotton and that sarees are from Surat. If the proper transportation is not there, what will happen? The things or the goods will not reach to us in the market. We cannot buy. That also from the wholesaler to the retailer it comes. Then only we are able to buy. We go to the malls now and we buy the things. How do you think? Is it easy? No. It comes from one, not only from one place. It comes there from the different places the transportation takes place. Even the cargoes, the waterways, the landways, the airways, everything is used for sending the goods from one place to another. So these are the factors which are essential for the setting up of an industry. So the classification of industries, first of all we have on the basis of raw materials. We have the classification, means they are classified. First is your on the basis of raw materials. When we talk about the raw materials first is your agro-based industries. What agro means? It is from the things which we get from the agriculture. Okay, so all the raw materials are based on agriculture, like the cotton textile, the jute industry, paper industry, and sugar industries. All these industries are called agro-based industries. Okay, and then number 2 is your mineral-based industries. What are mineral-based industries? Mineral-based industries are those industries which are based on, or the raw material is based, or we get the raw material from minerals. Okay, like the iron and steel industry is a mineral-based industry. The raw material of this industry includes what? Iron ore, coal, and limestone. So these are the classification of industries. One more classification is there, that is on the basis of investment. The more you investment, the more of investment, the large scale industry. And when you have the different categories based on this investment. So let us know, number 1 is your large scale industry, number 2 is your small scale industry, and number 3 is your cottage industry. Large scale industry. So let's talk in detail about the large scale industry. Large scale industry means thousands of people. That means in this industry, thousands of people work in this industries, and goods are made by machines. Okay, the total manufacturing is being done by machines. Like what are the example of the large scale industry? The example of the large scale industries are iron and steel, cotton, automobiles, shipbuildings, and locomotives. You see your cars and all that. Yes, all these are made up of, where they are made? They are made in the large scale industry. Number 2, small scale industries. When we talk about the small scale industries, children, we know that here the less employers are there. What do we have? Less employer means we have the less number of employers, or people are there, or working people, less number of people are working here. Okay, that means they do the less employment of people, and less investment is there. And then finally, children, do you know that finally what are the goods made here? The goods made here are electric goods, sewing machines. These are the few things which are being made in the small scale industry. So the third type of industry, that is the cottage industry, which is based on investment, is cottage industry. It is a small unit of industry. Yes. And basically children, it is mostly in houses. Like the few family members collect together, they sit and one or two employees are there, and with the help of those helpers, they develop develop a cottage industry. And do you know what kind of products are being made here? Like making of baskets, cane furniture, weaving of clothes. And during the Diwali time, you see candles, earthen lamps, all these things are there. So these are our cottage industries. So the industries are depend on the three investments. What kind of investments are there? A large investment, small investment. So large investments, where the large investments are done, that is the large scale industry, and then the small scale industry, and finally the cottage industry. Thank you.